Apparently, the drugstore is already releasing new makeup, and we're at the end of 2025. Typically, they do new makeup releases like at the beginning of the year, but it seems that we have some brands that are actually ahead of schedule. So we're going to be doing some new makeup today. This is stuff that I have accumulated that really like piqued my interest from some brands that I absolutely love. If you're new here, my name is Stacy. I'm the marketing journalistic lens on the beauty space. We have unfiltered content here, so anything that you see in this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. And I will leave whatever I am testing in the description box down below. So let's get into this video. Also, make sure that you are subscribed. So I did already prep my face with some hyaluronic acid as well as the Thayer's Milky Toner. This has just been something that I've been doing a lot lately. Ever since I did the Shelby Ann makeup routine, and I will leave that linked for you guys. I'm just going to go in and prep my skin with the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. I've been using this so much lately. This is just a serum-y, grippy primer, and it really just like makes your makeup to your face. And I absolutely love it. It layers well with a lot of things. I definitely think that this is going to be like the primer that replaces the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer for me, because it literally is just so hydrating and refreshing, and I actually like it a lot better than the Power Gripping Primer from e.l.f. Now that my face feels all tacky and sticky, I'm just going to go in with a color corrector. This is from Sigma, and I'm just going to take the lightest shade here and color correct. We have the color correction, and now we're going to go in with another, it's kind of like a primer highlighter, like a prepping type of thing. We're going to use the Soft Glam filter from Catrice. The shade that I have is 02 Fair. It claims to be a glow booster. It is a filter fluid, vegan and cruelty-free, luminous makeup base and highlighter for radiant complexion with vitamin E and squalane. You can find this on Amazon, and it retails for $10. So I'm going to use this as like, you know how like you use the Hollywood Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury, where you can do it as like a prep before. So we're going to use this as like that glowy booster base. And I like to have these because it just adds like a little bit of like glow to your face. And I think it's going to work really well with the foundation that we're trying today. I'm actually really excited to try the new foundation today. It is from Maybelline, and it's the Plump and Glow foundation. So we're going to be using that with this as well. But basically this just adds like a glow to the face more than anything else. I typically, like, I don't think this is any kind of like foundation type of thing. I'd honestly use these types of products as like a primer or like a glow booster. That's literally what I use it for. I like this one because it's not like the e.l.f. one is really, really orange. Honestly, I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury one is really, really orange, the one that I got too. This one's actually just really like very glowy. A hair in my face. This one just looks like super, super glowy, and you could just use this in the summertime with some SPF and like you could be good to go. But I want a foundation today. This is just like a glow booster. Like it's just meant to boost the glow on my skin, and this is what we are looking like. Now we're going to be going in with this from Maybelline. This is the new Plump and Glow foundation in the shade 112. Okay, so this really piqued my interest because it has a lot of claims behind it, and I'm actually pulling it up here on the Ulta app. So the new Maybelline Lifter Plump and Glow foundation, it has hyaluronic acid in it. It retails for $15.99, and it has a plethora of shades. It says that there are 24 options in total. The shade that I have is 112, which is fair with neutral undertones. And it says that it is a 98% skincare formula with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid for a plumpy, glowy skin. It's a skin-caring formula clinically tested to visibly plump and brighten skin instantly while improving your skin's health over time. It says its 90% skincare formula is supercharged with niacinamide, which is a powerful antioxidant that helps refine pores and even skin tone. and hyaluronic acid that deeply hydrates and plumps the skin, minimizing the look of wrinkles. Achieve your perfect complexion with buildable coverage from a sheer natural glow to a more full coverage finish. It says that it is actually a radiant finish that enhances your skin's natural luminosity, leaving you with a healthy, vibrant glow. For a long-wearing formula, it stays put all day, and it is designed to complement a wide spectrum of skin tones from fair to deep. So it has a lot of claims that it's going to like look glowy. It has niacinamide in it to reverse the signs of like uneven skin tone, and it also has hyaluronic acid to plump the skin. So we are going to do one full pump on my foundation plate. This is super thick. Like, this is really, 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 really thick. This actually kind of reminds me of the there is a foundation, and it was the 30-hour Superstay foundation that was literally this thick before they like reformulated it, and I loved that foundation. This is so, like, it is not moving on my foundation plate at all, and that tells me that it's going to be a very thick formula, which is surprising because it's skincare focused, and you would think that it would be more of a like serum-y consistency. So we have it on the back of this foundation brush here. The shade match is beautiful. I usually wear 112 in the Maybelline products. Like, I have it in their Superstay Skin Tint with vitamin C, and also in the 30-hour Lumi Glow foundation that they released earlier this year. Actually, I think that foundation was literally released like right at the beginning of 2025, which is why I'm so surprised that they're releasing a foundation so early, and they're not releasing it in like January of 2026. But this literally, where did the foundation go? Like, I put the foundation on my face. Where did it go? That is a really good shade match, and it just kind of like blended into my skin so seamlessly. Like, wow. So to give you guys a little bit more information about my skin, I am 36 years old. I live in a 4-season climate. When I am filming this, it's snowing. It is December, and it is snowing outside, and it is actually a beautiful like 20 degrees. My face lately has been feeling very dry, and that's why I do a lot of skin prep, and that's why I actually have that Soft Glam filter from Catrice on underneath. So right now it feels pretty hydrated and like refreshed and rejuvenated, but this is like melting into my skin. I've never, like, that is so pretty. Like, where did the foundation go? Like, that is so pretty. The only other time something has happened like this, I want to say, was with the like older 24-hour or the 36-hour, whatever, the Superstay. I'm gonna have to look back in my videos, but there was another foundation they made that did this too, and this is like stunning. Like, look at this. It's just like melting into my skin. Like, I can't see where the foundation ends and my skin begins. Like, it's just really melting in nicely, and it's like the perfect shade match. There's no, like, right now it doesn't look like it's even oxidizing. Like, this is just so pretty. Like, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, wow, where did that go? There's a little bit of redness on my nose, but other than that, like, it looks like my skin, but better. Okay, Maybelline. Besides like the shade match and just how it looks so pretty, it's supposed to be a glow and plump, so it's supposed to like diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles because it's going to plump my skin. So do I look younger? Leave me a comment down below. Do I look younger? I am thoroughly impressed even by how it's like layering, and it's just giving me this really nice like medium to full coverage. Like, I can still see like a couple of age spots here, but this is so pretty, and it's not falling. I do have some like fine lines here. Like, I have some forehead wrinkles, and I also have wrinkles in between my eyebrows, and it's not really like falling into those or like over accentuating them by any means. And I do have fine lines underneath my eyes as well, which the concealer that we're going to be using is also a part of this new launch from Maybelline, and we're gonna see how that works too. But like so far, this foundation is beautiful. So I did have like a full other pump on the back of my foundation plate. I would say like if you want to build it up, you probably will need like a pump and a half, but like it built up super nicely. This is like almost full coverage, but not quite. And I wouldn't even say that it was like light coverage before. It was definitely like a medium coverage. There were just a couple areas where I needed to build it up a little bit more. I'm actually just going to concentrate a little bit of this right on my freckle, like age spot, whatever you want to call it, and then blend it in. But like that, I'm so stunned by this. Like it's so good. This is the Lifter Concealer, and this was, I think this was all like, they did like a whole lifter thing, I swear, like a whole lifter thing. The Lifter Serum Concealer. This retails also for $15.99, so it is a $15.99 concealer. It says that it is a Lifter Serum Concealer, bright, full coverage with 2% peptides for brighter under eyes instantly and over time. And it says, experience the brightening power of Maybelline's Lifter Concealer. It's a high-performance concealer that delivers bright, full coverage that effortlessly cancels dark circles and blemishes. I need that. It effortlessly conceals them. It instantly brightens the under eye area and hydrates it over time and instantly. They claim that it visibly improves the overall appearance of under eyes, reducing the look of dark circles and fine lines, which I have all of that. It's a long-wearing concealer, and it's designed to stay put for all-day wear, and it's supposed to brighten the under eye. So the shade that I purchased is 25, which is the shade Light Cool. And when I looked at the bottle, I was like, that might be a little bit too dark for me. Like it said Light Cool, but I'm thinking it is going to be okay now that I see it. Like, oh, it's like super thick. I'm just kind of like dabbing it here. It says it was a Light Cool. It looks a little bit almost like yellow. The doe foot is like a little different as well. If you guys see here, like the doe foot isn't, it's like a shorter doe foot, and it's a little bit more like spongy. So we're gonna put it there. I'm gonna draw up and up. And then it says that it also conceals like blemishes, and it does well underneath your eyes. So we're gonna put some around my nose too, because I am a little bit red there from like it's cold outside. I'm not necessarily blowing my nose, it's just it's cold outside and I have hyperpigmentation around my nose. And then we're gonna conceal just down here and kind of like use it to highlight and brighten. This is also very, very thick. Like I'm so surprised at how thick this is. And then I'm taking this concealer brush and we're going to blend this out and see how it looks on the under eyes. Maybe I should have done one side first, but like it's totally settling in to those fine lines. I'm gonna let the other side sit for a minute. Maybe I blended it out too soon. Maybe it needs to warm up, but we're gonna go down here and blend this out. I'm gonna just let this side marinate for a minute. I'm gonna conceal up here. I don't think that the brush is really working really well. So I'm gonna take my powder puff on the non-powder side, and I'm also just gonna like pat this in. Okay, so I let this side marinate, and now I'm gonna blend it out and see maybe if that makes a difference, or maybe you just need like a little dot. I don't know. This is typically how I apply my concealer. It did marinate for a little bit longer on this side. I say marinate like I'm talking about chicken. It still feels like it's clinging to my under eyes quite a bit. So we're gonna blend this out. And then again, I'm gonna take this powder puff, but it's like the clean side, and I'm just gonna like tap, 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 tap. I'm not setting it, I'm just like kind of airbrushing it. Sometimes I actually used to apply my concealer with like the Tati Blendable, and this is pretty similar. So it's just kind of like It's almost like taking your finger, but you're not getting the makeup like all over your finger. That looks way better though. What are you guys saying? Do they look smoother or do they look more like defined in like the bags? We're gonna let this all like sit for a minute because we actually have a blush from Maybelline too. They came out with a blush. Technically it is a lip and cheek color mousse, but it is the Cloudtopia from Maybelline New York. Yes, I did. I dropped the cap, but this is a lip and cheek mousse. Honestly, I am that kind of person that I will not put this on my lips if it's going on my face and vice versa. Like it's going to be one and done. That's all we're going to use it for. I'm going to take my brush. First, I'm going to tell you guys how much this cost because the Cloudtopia blush, the shade that I got is Dawn, Dreamy Dawn, which is actually kind of, they called it like a nude. Okay. It does have up to 10 options for you to choose from, and it goes from like bright poppy pinks to some oranges to like almost brown shades that are like a darker moussey like shade. It says it is a cheek and lip mousse that is light as a cloud. It lasts on the cheeks, lips, or both. It says that it has up to 14-hour wear, staying vibrant and true. Say goodbye to touch-ups with a transfer-resistant flush that resists fading, smudging, and creasing. Okay. I think the 10 shades is impressive. I think that they claim that it lasts up to 14 hours is impressive, and that it is supposed to be transfer proof. So I'm doing a swatch on the back of my hand, and it does feel like a cream to powder. And so what I'm going to do is let it kind of like dry down more or less, and then we're going to put it to the test and see if it actually does defy transfer in a minute, because like you do need to give it time to set into your skin. So I'm going to take my blush brush, and this is, oh my gosh, that's super pigmented. Oh, I can't believe how pigmented this is. Oops. I should have known, but that's okay. So we're taking it up onto the temples. She pigmented. She's so pigmented, but we gotta make it even on the other side too. And it says it defies transfer. So first caveat, first warning, be careful because this is mighty pigmented and you could see yourself looking like you got super flushed like me. But you know what? You can never have too much blush, right? Right? Like this video if you think that same thing. But this is just super pigmented. It does diffuse out really, really nicely. Like that's a very nice like blurred look. It's super pigmented though. Now as far as transfer goes, I'm gonna take my pinky finger, we're gonna rub. So it doesn't defy transfer. It still is there. And it maybe it needs to be set down first and then we'll rub it again. So we'll see. But this is super, super pigmented. I think it would look really pretty on the lips. I'm just not a fan of using something on your lips and then also using something on your face that can cause breakouts. Like think about like if you're a person who drools in your sleep, like me, sometimes my skin will break out because I do drool in my sleep and I just don't want that to happen on my face. I'm gonna bronze up my face real quick and then we will be back with just like touching up the face. I'm gonna show you guys the full application process so that you guys can see like what I am doing. Is that maybe I just used a little too much of the concealer on my under eyes. I'm just gonna contour my nose real quick with some of this. This brush is like amazing. I will have to link it for you guys so that you guys can check it out, but it came in a 3-pack with 3 different types of like concealer brushes. These 3, and it was like they're amazing. Like I'm so surprised because they came from Amazon of all places. Yeah, it's just looking so like cakey. Like not cakey, but like it's definitely settling into the fine lines of my face. If you guys can see, like, wow. Like I've never seen my fine lines like so accentuated right there, but it did, like the foundation did so well on the fine lines of my forehead. So what is going on? I don't know if I like this concealer. Honestly, I don't think I need more blush. I just think I need a little bit more like powder bronzer because that settles into like a cream to powder finish. I mean, it is like, it's not budging as much now. It feels like it has dried down more. It almost feels like a stain in a way, but It is like super blurring, that blush. And then with the added bronzer on top, that's really pretty too. So I'm just gonna take my concealer brush real quick and kind of like pat out the under eyes, because this is like super, I don't know, it just looks super textured more than normal. And because it was so thick, that might also be why. Because like now that I've like smoothed it out a little bit, now I'm just gonna go right in with the Blurfection powder from L'Oreal before it like settles right back into my fine lines. Like that looks a little bit better, but it's like, it still looks like it over accentuated like all of my fine lines, like so bad. I don't know if I like that. I am going to take my Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Powder. I love this powder. I actually don't even know if they sell it anymore, but I'm just gonna lightly brush the skin in some areas. And this honestly like smooths everything out, and it just makes it look so beautiful. Like it's such a good powder. This one and the number 7. Love these two. These two, they're so good. All right, next we have some new lip products. We have the Maybelline, this is the Lifter lipstick, literally the Lifter lipstick. I found this at Target, it wasn't even on the Ulta Beauty website. The shade that I got is 106. It's a soft satin lipstick, and this is what it looks like. Like the shade is like a nude. Honestly, it looks like a Charlotte Tilbury like Pillow Talk shade, to be honest with you, which ironically I have that at my desk right now. Oh, it's definitely not as like mauvey pink. You'll see here, that's the Charlotte Tilbury, and that one is the new Maybelline Lifter. So it is similar, not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna see if I can find this online so I can tell you guys how much it is. So it retails for $7.99 on Target, and that's where I found it. I can't find it anywhere on Ulta Beauty. And it is the Serum lipstick with hyaluronic acid, and 106, maybe it's soft is what I got. So $7.99 for this. And then I also got the Lifter liner, and this is also in the shade Maybe It's, so it's number 13. I have used their Lifter liner before. I have a darker one, but I wanted to use this one. This literally matches my lips, so I have a feeling this is going to be like that natural lip shade. Oh, that's pretty. I love the Lifter liners though, they are so good. And this is what it looks like just lined, and then we're going to go in with this shade. It's a satin lipstick, and it says to have hyaluronic acid, which is actually good because this time of year I have lots of problems with dry lips. Ew. And it has a vanilla scent to it. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I think this, oh, I like that. It's like, it feels nourishing on my lips, and the color is so like natural to my lips. All right, so the last thing that I wanted to use today, this is actually an old palette, but I bought it when it was on sale like forever ago. This is Tis the Season from Cosmic Brushes. This is a Christmas eyeshadow palette. It is absolutely stunning. I am not gonna lie, like I think it's so beautiful, but I just wanted to do a quick eye look with it, and I don't think it is actually available on the Cosmic Beauty website anymore. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to link it or not, but I'm just gonna do a quick eye look with it, and then we're gonna speed through and we're gonna do my lashes because I have some new mascara from Maybelline.
Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Make it making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh.
So last for mascara, we have this new one. It is also from Maybelline and it retails for $13.99. It is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Body Mascara. This actually went really viral on TikTok. It says it is a full body volume and sensational lift. It lasts up to 24 hours. And it is a unique body curve brush that isn't playing around. It's a double helix bristle that allows the brush to stretch every lash, delivering high impact volume and all day lift that won't quit. So it has a lot of claims behind it. As you guys know, I am a mascara snob. If you guys haven't seen any of my other videos, if you're new here, I am a mascara snob. I need something that is going to lengthen my lashes, it's going to separate them, but it's also going to keep and hold a curl for a long time, but it also needs to be really easy to remove. And there have been some other mascaras that I tried this year that have been like my absolute favorite. One of them actually from Maybelline, which is the Bubble Mascara. So we're going to see how this one works. I did get the shade Blackest Black, so it is a very black shade, and it did say that the helix on this brush is supposed to like separate and lengthen your lashes. It does not say anything about it being a tubing mascara, just that it is a body mascara. The wand has like those pokey bristles, which I don't particularly like. Usually I don't like those kind because they just make me feel like I'm gonna poke my eye out, but lately I've been using the Extensionist mascara from L'Oreal, which also has those like pokey bristles, but I like that brush better. So this is what it is currently doing. It is separating them quite nicely. I'm also looking to see if I get like the balls at the ends of my lashes, because that also drives me insane when I get balls at the ends of my lashes. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna dip in and do this side, let that other side dry a little bit. Some formulas, it's easier for it to build up if you let it dry a little bit. And this is kind of a, it's not super wet, but it's also not like super dry either. So the top lashes look really like full and fluttery. It is really pretty. I notice it clumping a little bit, but not too terribly much. And then we're gonna try the bottom lashes because this is a pretty thick wand. I don't know if I like it for the bottom lashes because it's just so weird with that like helix, but I think the top lashes it works really, really well with. Like you can see I got a little bit right here, but I think it works really well in general, like just on the top lashes, giving them like volume and length, and there's like no balls on my lashes, which is really pretty too. Okay, there's one more thing that I want to use, and it is this single from Glam. I actually got it on Amazon. They're available on Amazon now. It is the Stunner Enigma Sparkly Shadow. Well, the shade is Stunner, but it's the Sparkly Enigma Shadow. It feels really dry, but I just want a little bit of like extra sparkle right in the middle of my lid. It kind of reminds me of the Moon Dust Shadow from Urban Decay, but it's not like the Moon Dust Shadow, which is right here. This one is a lot more wet feeling. Yeah, like this is way more wet feeling, whereas like this one just feels super dry. But here they are compared to each other. They're a little bit hard to tell like on the back of my hand, but they do kind of look similar. I feel like this one has more of like a brown base to it. Like it has a weird base to it compared to the other one from Urban Decay. So it's not quite the same, but this one I just wanted to put to add a little bit of sparkle to the lid. I've actually been thinking about doing like a side-by-side like dupes video where I literally put one side against the other and then you guys like vote. If you guys want to see a video like that, leave me a comment down below, because I do have some dupes videos where I've actually like touched on dupes that I've found, but I don't do like I haven't done a side-by-side comparison of them in a very long time. So if you guys want to see like where I split my face in half and redo the dupes, leave me a comment down below. Overall, I would say I'm pretty impressed with the majority of the products that I tried today that were new. Honestly, I'm not so sure about this concealer though. Like, it did look like it was like really settling into my under eyes, and like as soon as I set it, it does look a little bit better. It looks smoother because like that powder is just probably one of the best powders on the market. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm maybe, honestly, this is just a first impression video, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna need to like use it very sparingly because it's so thick, and I think that's why it looked a little bit like wrinkly on my under eyes. Everywhere else it set really nicely, and this foundation is so stunning. Like, look how pretty and airbrushed my face is. Like, I'm honestly blown away by this. I'm gonna leave you guys a comment down below, so check the comments and you guys can see like my final thoughts at the end of the night. I'm not doing an official, like, it'll be a wear test, but I'm not going to be documenting it this time. But I do have foundation wear tests that I have done before, and I do suggest you guys go check out that playlist as well. But overall, these are really beautiful. And the blush, super pigmented. I'm not going to be using this on my lips, but I think that this is such a beautiful shade. I just realized that like the lips and the blush, they all are like a very similar shade to each other. They're like that nudie pink shade, but honestly, it's super pretty. Like, everything that I put on my face today is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, I'm very, very, very impressed by especially this foundation from Maybelline. I think it's absolutely stunning. So check the comments for my final thoughts at the end of the night so you guys can see how it wore down. And if you guys haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing so I can see you in my next video. Bye!